Welcome to another episode of Way Too Sporty, boy, and I'm back with another video, baby. Let's check it out, man. Weird videos that remain unsolved, man. We're about to get into this right now, right here on the Way Too Sporty React channel, man. I hope you really like this video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to this channel, man. Help grow this channel, man, to 1 million subscribers, man. But anyway, let's get into it.
In the 21st century, the prevalence of cell phone cameras and security monitors has made it much easier to capture alleged paranormal activity on film. However, in 1989, it was much rarer to capture believable evidence of supernatural entities on camera. The story begins in Beauport, Quebec, when a teenager named Nancy was abruptly startled out of a deep sleep by a loud banging noise coming from her bedroom wall. The banging was loud enough that the other residents of the apartment complex heard it as well. Over the coming weeks, the noises continued, even resulting in a hole in Nancy's bedroom wall. Complaints from the tenants caused the landlord to arrange inspections by local geologists and gas technicians, who were unable to find a cause for the strange events. Residents began to suspect that a poltergeist may have been in their midst. Things got even stranger when a local news station did a report on the mysterious noises in the building. While Nancy's mother was being interviewed by a reporter on camera, viewers were shocked when the wall-shaking bangs interrupted the segment. The historical clip was shared to YouTube by 13Ws. Watch what happens.
Precisely what's going on in this house.
Well, the wall is moving back and forth. Just like that.
What?
And then it makes a kind of noise. Like that. Oh, cow. It can't get any better than what you're seeing right now before your very eyes.
You know, that looks ultrasonic. But then the fact that if I play it back, when that wall hits that ultrasonic dip and it kind of waves out, the image, the actual right or our left side of her face, her right, it actually waves into as if there was an effect added to the camera, or during editing there was an effect added. I'm not sure. That's my only explanation. That's the only way outside of something paranormal that this can happen. That was definitely an ultrasonic vibe, and the only way I can see that, you know, this may have been emulated is if it was done during editing. But let's take another look at it. I'm going to run it back.
You can actually see the wall flex as the banging sound is captured live on TV.
The wall is moving back and forth. Just like that. And then it makes a kind of noise. Like that. Oh, cow. It can't get any better than what you're seeing right now before your very eyes.
Police officers investigated the other rooms seconds after the banging was heard, but there was nothing there. The unexpectedly convenient timing of the poltergeist activity made the Beauport case famous among supernatural investigators. This piece of footage is considered by many to be one of the most credible examples of psychokinetic activity.
Psychokinetic activity. Okay.
Kind of noise. Like that. Oh,
Wow.
cow. It can't get any better than what you're seeing right now before your very eyes.
She's got a
The
point.
news crew on site, it's highly unlikely that Nancy's family would have been able to orchestrate a hoax.
True.
Over 30 years later, there are still no rational explanations for the strange phenomena experienced in Beauport. Locals are certain that it was the work of a poltergeist.
Precisely what's going on in this house.
Well, the wall is moving back and forth. Just like that.
Wow.
And then it makes a kind of noise.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this could have been staged. I mean, this lady and this Channel 4 news network had to have coincided with one another to get this done. I mean, even if this was done in editing, if you listen to this lady's words, they match during the time that this ultra echo supersonic thing is happening right before our eyes. So, and the look of her hairdo and also the background plus the VHS kind of look and feel of it gives me the idea that this was shot and filmed in the 80s sometime. So did they have advanced editing software or advanced editing techniques the strategies from back in that day? Of course. Did they apply it here? I don't know, man. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let's keep watching.
Cow, it can't get any better than what you're seeing right now before your very eyes.
Not all paranormal activity shakes the walls of your house. Sometimes, like in this footage from Redditor ElToroBravo, something subtle can be just as creepy. This footage, which was uploaded to the Slaptam subreddit, was recorded via an outdoor security camera placed in the Redditor's driveway. The footage was recorded late at night, so there isn't much activity outside of the house. However, the footage quickly gets weird when a strange mist begins rolling across the camera.
I see that mist. You know, but what I'm thinking is that could be somebody smoking a cigarette underneath the camera, out of the sight of the lens.
This isn't any ordinary mist. Unlike typical fog, it takes on an eerie green color.
I don't really see a green color
The strange
as...
color stands out starkly against the dark of the night.
I see
There's
that.
no green ambient light nearby that could have made the mist appear such a bright, unusual color, and the bizarre phenomenon is even visible from multiple camera angles.
That's
On the
greenish.
footage from the second camera, we can also see a stray dog stop and stare at the mist, further indicating that something's just not quite right.
Okay, so that's not anybody smoking a cigarette out of lens sight, because we just got a pan of the few visual, and there's nobody there but a dog. Last time I checked, dogs don't smoke.
One possible explanation for this strange footage is ectomist, a vaporous form of the better-known ectoplasm that spirits can leave behind when they manifest in the physical world.
Awesome.
Ectomist is thought to move in strange ways or appear in unusual colors.
Wow.
Some
Look at
paranormal
that.
experts believe that ectomist
I mean, not to be weird, but to get in my dark side, I'd actually have that as art on my wall. That looks pretty legit. I like that.
appears before a spirit takes on a more corporeal form. This explanation is further supported by evidence from viewers who claim to be able to see human-like faces in the mist as it swirls across the driveway.
That's pretty creepy, man.
So is there some perfectly natural reason why the mist recorded by this Redditor's security camera appears to have such an eerie green hue? Or is this footage evidence of something supernatural? Watch the video footage again and judge for yourself.
I don't know what's going on right there.
It's said that those on Earth after their death do so because of tragedies that they experienced in life. Is that the case for the mysterious woman recorded in this footage shared by news outlet?
What is that on top of the
Express?
tree, brother?
The footage was recorded by locals
I definitely
in
see
Bonitos,
something on top of
Cordoba,
that tree.
Colombia. Many passers-by stopped near a large tree when their attention was captured by a mysterious crying sound. The culprit was quickly captured on camera, a shadowy woman perched on the top of a tree. Watch.
Wow. Wow. You guys see that? That's crazy.
The footage is too unclear to make out any of the woman's features,
Wow.
leading many to believe that she's a ghost. Certainly, it would be highly
That's
unusual and
not the idea of ghost. Maybe in my paws kind of makes it look like a ghost because it has that shadow. But man, I don't know if ghost would be that vivid during the daytime. I mean, based on popular demand and folklore, you know, ghosts are transparent, you know. So I don't know if this being a ghost would be the proper definition or explanation for what this is. You know, some type of bush person. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely throw it in the bush person's category, but a ghost, it's too vivid for daytime. Maybe a phantom, maybe, but not a ghost.
difficult for an ordinary woman to stand perched at the top of a large tree, and her woeful wails have an otherworldly quality that's difficult to explain.
That wouldn't exactly be impossible, but let's keep rolling the tape.
Witnesses believe they encountered a type of spirit known as La Llorona. This ghost is believed to be the spirit of a woman whose children died tragically, typically by drowning. Often, the mother's spirit lingers near the body of water where her children met their end. In some legends, La Llorona drowned her children herself before taking her own life. In these stories, the spirit often hunts for other young children to lure to their deaths in the water. Some who have viewed this video are skeptical. After all, a treetop is an unusual place for La Llorona to appear. One theory claims that videos like this are deviously and strategically planned out to decrease property values in certain areas. An elaborate yet terrifying hoax is set up to scare locals who in turn want to sell their properties, often at a vastly reduced rate. So does this video really show La Llorona, or is it just a scam designed to fleece scared property owners? Let me know your take on this in the comments section below.
Really? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's possible for somebody to be up there, though. I don't know how, but it's
Are we alone
possible.
in the universe? Many people are convinced that the answer is a resounding no. However, not everyone's convinced.
Hey, is that a real place? UFO Dublin? Is that a real place? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, most likely, you know, by the time you watch this video, I would have Google mapped it and everything. But UFO Dublin, Ireland, that's a trip. All right, let's check it out. Let's keep rolling.
That beings from other planets have secretly come to visit Earth, despite the massive numbers of videos that are out there that claim to feature UFOs. This video from Redditor Hovercraft Guilty may make the skeptics question their beliefs. The video was recorded on a cell phone camera in Dublin, Ireland. It's an overcast day, the solid ceiling of clouds provide a perfect backdrop for anything unusual happening in the sky. Against the stark grey clouds, this quick-thinking camera holder managed to capture some startling footage of an unusual object hovering in the sky. Check it out. The bell-shaped object appears dark in colour as it hovers in a straight line across the sky. The footage isn't clear enough to discern any more specific features of the mysterious object. Some viewers have suggested that the object might just be a lost helium balloon, but the perfect straight path of the object makes this theory
That could be a
seem
balloon.
unlikely. Others have suggested it could be some sort of drone.
A drone, at that distance, that has to be a pretty large drone. A UFO, that's a bit of a stretch. A large black balloon could be a weather balloon, could be a balloon from a birthday party or something like that, graduation balloon. But let's take a closer look at the movements. I mean, if we get a lot of that left, right, laser sharp, calculated movement type stuff going on, then I'm out of explanations, guys.
However, the unusual shape of this object is unlike that of most drones available to consumers. This only leaves one possibility in the minds of many viewers: an alien craft. It isn't often that UFO footage is captured in the bright light of day, making this video a rare find. Whenever a possible alien ship is recorded, it raises some important questions. Why would an alien race be visiting us? Why are they doing it so secretly?
Things we would never know.
Do we have anything to fear?
Yeah, buddy.
Perhaps someday we'll know
We'll
the
never know
answers
that.
to these questions, but for now, these UFOs remain a mystery.
Absolutely. That's definitely an unidentified flying object. Period. That's fact. But what is it exactly? Well, we don't know. It's unidentified. So let's keep rolling the tape.
According to estimates from scientists, there are about 8.7 million species of animals on the planet. Many of these creatures have yet to be identified. Does this video from Redditor, Creatures of the Earth, show one of these mysterious unknown species, or is there a simple explanation? The footage was recorded on an outdoor security camera in the UK. The camera shows a narrow street and a few buildings across the road. If you watch the buildings, you may notice something odd disrupting the peaceful night. Take a look.
Come on, bro. That looks like a spider or something
A
crawling
strange
down the
creature
camera
appears to
lens.
crawl vertically down the side of the wall.
Oh.
The creature looks to be about the size of a cat.
That's not a bug crawling down the camera lens, because if we run that back, that thing's got a shadow on the wall.
A strange creature appears to crawl vertically down the side of the wall.
See that? It's got a shadow.
The creature looks to be about the size
I'm not
of a
sure
cat.
exactly
It looks like it climbs down
what
the
that
wall,
is.
jumps onto the top of a parked car, then scurries across the street before disappearing into thin air.
See, now that looks like something crawling down the lens, because the way it's traveling, it doesn't make sense.
Some viewers
And then it
say
just dissolved
resembles
into
a
the ground,
raccoon,
man.
but
I'm not sure.
raccoons don't actually live in the area where this was filmed.
No, dude, that is clearly a fly or a bee or something like that out late night crawling down the camera lens, man. Look how a straight line it travels downward. I mean, that's not the natural travel of anything. Is to go straight in this symmetrical line. It just doesn't make any sense. That has to be a bug like crawling down the camera lens, and just the angle that it's in, it kind of gives off the appearance as if there is some kind of creepy creature, anti-gravity creature, running down the side of this building and jumped. I've never seen it jump off of the wall into the car. See, the dimensions of that object would have changed if it would have jumped off of that wall and then onto this red car. And then, see, it never changes. It never changes size. It's always the same size, which leads me to believe that this is an actual insect that is crawling down the camera lens. This thing never changes size. The closer that it gets, the larger the object's supposed to appear. The further away, it's supposed to appear, of course, smaller. This thing never changes size. So there we have it. Let's keep rolling.
And while it indeed does look like the strange creature crawls down the wall onto the parked car and then onto the pavement, what we're seeing is most likely a trick of perspective. In reality, it's most likely a spider crawling downward just in front of the camera's lens, giving the effect of something scurrying in the distance. And so, while we'd love this to be some kind of unknown gremlin hybrid with a taste for blood, it's probably...
Yeah, because if you look close enough, when you run this video back, I'm going to leave a link in the description below of the original video. And you take a closer look at that thing crawling down. It never actually separates from the wall to the car. It legit goes from the wall straight down through the car, straight symmetrical down line into the street. And then it dissolves like a quarter below that circle in the middle of the road. So, yeah. Cap.
just a spider.
Straight like that. Yeah. That's not a creature. It's an insect. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Where you might expect poltergeist activity.
On
cemeteries,
on the
abandoned
Deli?
buildings,
Okay.
or even hospitals where patients often live out their final
So will this be the same place that the soup Nazi works at on Seinfeld? You guys watch that? No? Okay, let's keep rolling.
moments. This video from YouTuber Christopher McGurr may be the first time that we've encountered a ghost in a deli. When the owner of this Connecticut deli opened the doors one morning, he was surprised to discover that the place was quite a bit messier than the night before. He checked the security camera to find out what might have happened, and was quite shocked by what he saw. In the footage, we see a small dining area and some shelves full of products nearby. Clearly the building is empty of employees and customers. Take a look at what happens.
What?
As you can see, a few seconds into the video, a chair suddenly pulls away from the table. It jerks again, this time taking another chair and the table with it.
Wow. Now, what I always say when I see these type of, unsolved type of videos, and I see these type clips, I always assume that there's some type of, invisible line, like fishing line attached or tied around something that's out of camera sight, and somebody's on the other side pulling it, to give off this oh, it's moving, you know, out of magically type of look and feel. But prove me wrong, man. Let's keep rolling.
A few seconds later, another chair slides across the room, and an item falls from one of the nearby shelves.
So I'm sorry to keep pausing this, but I have to break these videos down. I have to give my dissecting opinion. Now, this angle is good enough for me to see if there would be somebody. This last chair here at the top of the screen, right up there. When that chair had slid up towards the deli glass, you know, refrigerated serving areas, countertops or whatever, there would have to be somebody back there to pull that string. If that string had been going over the countertop and then they pulled it, we would have seen the chair actually lift up a little bit, because the only way to pull that chair directly backwards in a symmetrical line straight backwards is to have a string attached to the bottom of that chair. And there is nowhere where anybody would have been able to pull that chair in this camera angle. At this camera angle, I can't see where this actually would have been staged or anything. So this might be for real.
When the first chair moves, you may be convinced that the video is just a hoax. After all, someone could be easily hidden off camera and use a string to pull the chair away from the table.
Facts.
However, the area around the second chair is completely visible to the camera.
Facts.
There would be nowhere for a secret prankster to hide that wouldn't have been captured in the footage.
Facts. Facts.
Some viewers have also noted.
Obviously, we're on the same page. Me, Lapham, we're on the same page, baby. All right, let's go.
What appears to be ghostly orbs moving past the camera.
That couldn't have been staged.
So could this
that
be
easily.
a poltergeist?
It could have been staged
the
that
history
easily.
of the building suggests that this could be a possibility. Before it became a deli, this location was used as a rum-running location during Prohibition. Where crime is concerned, tragic deaths are often part of the equation.
Facts.
Could it be that the spirit of a long-dead rum runner is lingering in this unassuming deli?
Possibly. Where do the dead go when they die? You know, do they stay at the last place of their living, or do they dissolve into, you know, a spiritual realm? We'll never know until we get there. We'll always speculate and try to make up things as we go along. But hey, that's a part of life. This is what we do, baby. Let's keep going. That was
Before
interesting.
we take a look at some puzzling footage captured in India, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, take your muscular mouse clicking finger there and click that thumbs up button, because it really helps us out. When two young girls are home alone, every sound and shadow has the potential to be creepy.
Strange shadow.
However, in this video from Redditor Comfortable Stable 6, these girls definitely have a good reason to be terrified.
Let's see why.
While relaxing in their living room in Mizoram, India, the two girls see something unusual outside. Take a look.
I see that, bro. I see that.
There appears to be a strange shadow reflected on the window to the balcony.
What I'm thinking, that is, at that angle, they have a magnified view into somebody else's window, and that person's like jumping up and down or some weird shit like that. I don't know. But the way that they are behaving, they're not afraid or anything. They're like giggling like a bunch of schoolgirls, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that that's what's going on. And something like this that would happen in front of a normal human being's eyes. Not saying that these ladies aren't normal. I'm just saying that their reaction isn't normal. They're not even afraid. They think it's funny. Something like that wouldn't be funny to the naked human eye. It would be suspicious. It would be sketchy. It would be creepy. And yeah, I don't hear them screaming out of fear or anything like that, unless they see stuff like that all the time. Let's keep rolling it out.
They creep onto the balcony to take a look around, but everything outside is still and quiet. Yet, when they go back inside the room, there's clearly a moving shadow cast on the glass.
That's something. I don't know. Because look, all right, yeah, I'm gonna break it down. I have to do this, guys, because I don't want them lying to us. Some people are good at this shit. I'm honest with you. And at this angle, it can be several things behind the camera that could be placed in a certain area that may reflect into that mirror from this camera angle, kind of like in the V direction, 3-point direction, that mirror being point A, the camera person being point B, and then C being off to the left where we can't see out of vision of the camera. So, it could be anything, but that's just my speculation. So let's keep rolling the tag.
There's clearly nothing in the room with the girls that could be casting the shadow.
I don't know about
What's going on
clearly.
here?
We can't see
One viewer
360.
suggests that the shadow resembles a leprechaun from Irish folklore. However, Indian culture has its own version of this mythic creature.
That boy got going on right there.
The monopod is a dwarf-like creature that only has one leg. This single limb is broad and strong, allowing the creature to move by hopping.
Hell wrong
The
with
fact
that.
that the shadow clearly seems to be hopping certainly reflects these ancient tales of a one-legged creature. Is there a more mundane explanation for this terrifying shadow? Or do these
Okay, now that they add the little...
encounter with a creature many believe only exists in stories.
Hey, low key, now that they add the little folklore, story along with it, it kind of made that more creepy. That little, without the folklore fairy tale story that they just added to it, that wouldn't have had any weight. I would have dissected the shit out of it. But now you add that little folklore fairy tale, Jack and the Beanstalk story to it. I got some chills through my body. Let's keep rolling. Let's see what they're talking about before we cut this off.
This video to go on, the source of the bizarre shadow remains a mystery. Love to
Yes, man. That's the end of it. That's all he had. I'm looking at the reel. That's the end of the video. It's getting ready to cut off and go to the ending portion, the ending screen for Slapped Ham. You guys don't need to see that on my channel. The link is below if you want to watch this channel without my ugly mug in the shot. No, I'm just playing. But look, man, if you watch this long, man, join the family. Go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you know when I drop more videos like this. Go ahead and comment the video. Like the video, man. Come on, let's get some likes. I'm getting a lot of views on, my videos, but nobody's subscribing, man. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong, man. Just leave a comment. You don't have to subscribe. You can just leave a note underneath the videos. Let me know if my mic is not loud enough. Let me know if the video is not loud enough. Is my mic too low? Am I talking crazy? Can you understand what I'm saying, man? Talk to me. I talk back. I'm way too sporty. Boom. I'm out of here, baby. Peace.